And then Joe typically would hire people that were like at the end of their ropes.
Yeah.
So like he would like find people off of like criminals, Craigslist, all of these places where, you know,
they didn't have anywhere to go,
knocking,
basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so he would take advantage
his philosophy
of them.
was, exactly. He was like, his philosophy was, if they don't have anything and then you give them something, they're going to cherish that because they're not going to want to like lose that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Apparently.
It's true. It's so fucked. And that's how he how he got his 2 husbands.
Well, this is true. So again, okay. So what do you think about, so Joe Exotic, obviously he was the owner of one of the roadside zoos, we'll call them.
Yeah.
And he basically gained these 2 husbands throughout the show. And what do you think? Like, I mean, they kept saying that these guys were straight, but like,
well, we talked about this a little bit off the, what do you call this? Off the podcast. And,
off the podcast.
Yeah, we both, I mean, I think that it doesn't make sense that they were quote unquote straight. I mean,
exactly.
Unless they were complete drug addicts, because they basically said that they were both, you know, really reliant on meth and stuff.
Drugs.
And so unless that's the only thing that was the motivating factor, which I mean could be.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be very difficult to be married to a man if you were quote unquote straight, you know?
Well, exactly. And not only just married to a man, but married to a man for a pretty long amount of time. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like this was just for like a day or like a month. It was like they were with him for a long time.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, obviously we don't know these men's psyches, and like they were saying, the one guy was like, or both of them were hooking up with all the girls in the park and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, you know, there are legitimately bisexual people out there that like men and women. So that could be the case. We don't actually know. And like, you know, maybe they were, I mean, yeah, I think so too, because it just doesn't make, you know, I just don't get how you would, I get it. Like maybe I know that a lot of people that are abusing substances, they might sleep with the same sex, even though they're not like that way orientated, just to get money and stuff, to get drugs. But like marriage, I feel like is the next level. Do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't marry somebody, I feel like.
But also maybe they're really manipulated because they met him when, you know, he always chooses those really young boys, you know, they meet them
that are so young.
They meet them when when they're very young and they barely know themselves yet. And
true.
I think
they're
again,
like 19, 20.
yeah, sexuality is also very complex and complicated. I do feel like when you are that young and there's a guy that's very charismatic and can kind of convince you. Otherwise, you could almost be convinced that you're bisexual or gay or whatever. I really do feel like that.
Do you remember the line that he said to them in the truck?
The porn line?
It was so funny.
Okay, you say it. Say it. Say it in the accent.
I will. He was like, well, what was his name? Was it Travis? It was Travis, right? Well, hey, Travis, you watch, how straight is you? And he was like, oh, I'm pretty straight. You watch porn? You're like, yep. All right, do you like to see the guy with the big one or the little one? And he's like, well, the big one. Well, goddamn, you ain't that straight then, is you?
I like your Joe Exotic impression.
Oh, goddamn, but he be talking like this, Rose. I was thinking, one of the things I
love. You need to sound a little bit more twangy. Twangy?
That's true. I can't. Yeah. I know that is the right word. I can't do it. I can't do it. I've lost it, Rose.
Oh, goddamn. You need to watch the show and practice.
Ah, dude. But I was just thinking, how funny is it that the show has our favorite accent in it? Like, so many people, too. It wasn't just Joe Exotic. It was so many people that had it.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
I was just like, oh, my God.
Oh, God. And then I saw under the trailer of the show, there was some comments. And one of the comments was like, this is the most American-looking show I've ever seen.
Oh, my God. I mean, the fact that, like, you have this guy, Joe Exotic, with this, like, this horrible mullet.
Oh, God.
Like, just... This like seriously back swamp mullet.
Yeah.
It was just so funny. And then like this like super I love the southern accent, but like, oh God, it was just
he was so funny. And did you know that it wasn't him singing?
Yeah, I did. I actually Googled that. Apparently it was somebody else.
I thought it was him and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's so weird. That doesn't sound like him.
You're like, he's such a good voice.
I know. I was like, wow, he's actually a good singer. It's unfortunate. His speaking voice is so unfortunate, but
yeah. I mean, the thing with Joe Exotic as well, I mean, like, I have to give props to him in some respects in the fact that he was just so confident. Do you know what I mean?
I think he was a narcissist, though.
I know, 100% he was.
I actually don't even know if he was confident. I think that he was some people that seem very confident are actually quite insecure.